Please stay standing. We will now honor the flags of all of our nations here with the flag song. Please stay standing. We will call up Senator Little Crow to say a blessing.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everybody else that's here today. It's a great day, and I was offered tobacco to do the opening prayer for and blessing for our activities here for the day. So I'm going to pray in my own Dakota language, so pray along with me in your own way too as well. O te o kantaka, machpiak ta ka na keche. Ona ga te toke na kape an tan di toke. We o tan cha ta ke hu chichap. Te na wita de hui ta kape nanje pe. Te wa te pu do yo gama do ne pe achana. Ta ko to de che wa op te na. On sup kan to ka ta ke. On ka te te ko chichacha. Ata kan ta kon shon de mon ki apo. Ana ko yo tan ka wa no ta pa kan woite. Ai de ka hanan ko. Da kan da sta kan. Och det upptäcker nog en utapkan. Och jag tror jag kan det också stöta att det kan jag inte. Hit kan synts jag ta kan ta. Den hade jag synts det det jag kan be. Hon såg bok jag på om vi tar oss.
Now we will post our colors and our flags.
This order. Bronwyn and me? Yep.
You can be seated, please. So I do want to thank all of you for coming. For those people that do not know, my name is Harold Robertson. I'm thrilled and excited to be the principal at Chief Whitecap School, and what an exciting day for all of us. I want to just start by acknowledging that today we acknowledge with appreciation that we are gathered in the homeland of diverse Indigenous peoples. We gather in Treaty 6 territory on unceded lands of the Dakota and the homeland of the Métis. A big thank you to our musical group and our drum group, the Elk Whistle Drumming Group. They'll be back a little bit later after our program in here today, and we hope to be able to take part in most of the program outside. But I would ask folks to have some flexibility, and teachers will make a game time decision on that, but right now we think we're heading outside, so we'll come back to that. I just want to take a few moments to share some remarks as principal of this wonderful facility. Our students have been here for about 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, and are settling in and developing routines with their teachers on the movement of the school and how exciting and wonderful a space this is. We had a trial run assembly, I'll just point this out, some time ago, and it looked like we were going to be tight for room, and I think we have some space here, although you may be a little cozy today, and that's the way it'll be, I guess, for a little while, but we're certainly excited everybody could come here today. The excitement and energy in a new building is wonderful to be around. We come in daily, and the smiling faces of community members, of students, of guests to the school, and in some cases the jaw-dropping look of, wow, look at this place. It is incredible to be part of such a great facility for the communities of Whitecap, Dakota First Nation, and Stonebridge. We're excited as heck to be part of this work, and we know that this group represents so many cultures in our diverse city, and we know that it'll be a flagship for our division and for our city and for our province. So we're so proud of that work, and we honor all those folks that are here on behalf of a variety of organizations who've worked on this great building. I'll just end by saying that although it's a fantastic building, every one of these people in the front few rows here and on the side, our staff, and you folks, the community who's here and watching at home, are what make a school tick. And we've got the first half right with a great facility, and we're continuing to build that community, and we want to thank you all, each and every one of you, for coming today to be part of that. Very quickly, I'm going to just introduce our speakers, and we'll just go through that very quickly, and then we'll introduce a few guests that are here, and then we'll dive into our program. But very quickly, just if I could, and just if I could ask the speakers to stand. First, I want to ask and welcome Minister of Education, Bronwyn Eyre. And you can, round of applause is great. Councillor Dallin Bear from Whitecap, Dakota First Nation. Mayor of Saskatoon, Charlie Clark. Saskatoon Public Schools Chair, Ray Morrison. Regional Director of Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada, Mr. Rob Harvey. Saskatoon Public Schools Director of Education, Barry McDougall. And our School Community Council Treasurer and Playground Committee Co-Chair, Lindsay Glubus. We also have a few more people sitting up front and in the community that we just want to acknowledge as well. And I do want to thank Saskatoon Tribal Council Chief Felix Thomas for being here today. Felix, if you could stand, please. Oh, there he is. A wave. We have several of our trustees here today from Saskatoon Board of Education. Our trustee is Mr. Ross Tate, and I think Ross is here. There he is, Ross, thank you. Ross, I'm not that tall. You have to stand maybe to, thank you. There you go, Ross, good. Okay. City Councilor for Stonebridge, Miss Maren Lowen. Welcome here. And special guest. Keynote speaker. Yes, okay. We also want to thank the members of our school administrative council team, and many are here. I want to highlight a couple. Charlene Scrimshaw, who was able to coordinate lots of the work on all 4 P3 schools and has been a sort of a key person for us as P3 principals to work with. So Charlene, if you could say hello, that'd be great. And we certainly want to recognize our own school superintendent for Chief Whitecap School, and that's Dean Newton. And Dean is here over there on this side, okay. We have a few thank yous at the end, and I'll do my best to make sure we get to lots of people, but I do want to acknowledge one more person who played a bit of a key role in the notion of P3 schools, and certainly some of the work on our buildings and the other buildings that have opened up around the city. And I know Avon is here. So Avon, would you mind waving to people? Avon Whittles, please, and thank you. Avon's our former Director of Education. And I think kind of got in on the ground floor a little bit of this whole work, and hopefully great to see this come to fruition for many of you. We're going to move into our program, and I would like to welcome, for some remarks, our Education Minister, Bronwyn Eyre.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. It's wonderful to be here. It's a truly exciting day for Stonebridge and for all of us here. So I'm thrilled to be here. I'd like to quickly acknowledge a few of the dignitaries and officials who've joined us today and repeat, in some cases, welcomes that have already been made. But of course, on behalf of Whitecap Dakota First Nation, Councillor Bear and representatives from there, we are thrilled that you're here. FSIN Senator Melvin Littlecrow, thank you so much for the blessings. Colleagues from the legislature, Minister Merriman, MLAs David Buckingham and Erica Lawson are here. His Worship Mayor Mayor Charlie Clark, Councillor Marin Lowen and her little son, which is wonderful. Future attendee of this school. Board Chair Ray Morrison and Public School Board trustees, other trustees, Regional Director General for Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada, Rob Harvey, Director of Education, Barry McDougall, and of course, parents, teachers, staff, and all of you students. This is your day, so welcome. Thank you for joining us. And we come together today to celebrate the grand opening of this beautiful new school. To all the students, if you love your new school, I want you to say as loud as you can on the count of 3, I love Chief Whitecap School. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, that went well. And that's what we like to hear. And as a resident of Stonebridge, a former public school board trustee, MLA for this area, of course, I'm proud to call this building our own, as I'm sure many of you are as well. What sets this project apart is the collaborative effort and partnership from the many stakeholders that are here today and the creative way in which we reached this remarkable end. This joint use school brought together Whitecap Dakota First Nation, the federal government, Saskatoon Public and Catholic School Divisions, and this entire community. That cooperation and teamwork has transformed Stonebridge and has given all of us this welcoming space. When you enter this school, you see the amazing result. It's highlighted by the remarkable size and many great features, such as the presentation stairs that can support any variety of activities. There are the outdoor learning spaces, the state-of-the-art design that serves the needs of this community and ensures that all students here have access to the same educational opportunities, while also respecting the cultural significance of Whitecap Dakota First Nation, such as the beautiful cultural room. And I remember the conversations back when I was a trustee about how with John Lake School, not so very far away, having Chief Whitecap brings things full circle. Chief Whitecap School plays an important role in a unique and important alliance between Saskatoon Public Schools and Whitecap Dakota First Nation. For years, your long-standing partnership has had remarkable results and benefits for your students, communities, and education in our province. And I want to congratulate both of you on today's historic, honorable achievement and for making a difference in the lives of each and every one of your students. Together, we are a great province, and more people are choosing to stay here to raise their families. Just look around this beautiful neighborhood and see how much we have grown in a decade. You can feel the vibrancy that exists in Stonebridge as a neighborhood. And in order for us to support that growth, this school was required. Our government knows that investing in infrastructure and in schools is critical to addressing that unprecedented growth and to be ready for continued growth well into the future. This school is also a community hub. Young families are now enjoying the 90-space childcare center managed by Preston Early Learning Center that's caring for our youngest citizens so they get a great start in life. This school also brings the community together with the multi-purpose facilities that will be used by many people in the neighborhood and by students when you need a little extra space. Building Chief Whitecap School isn't just about making this a great place to learn. It's about creating an environment that will fill you with pride for years to come. So on behalf of the Government of Saskatchewan, I would simply like to congratulate you on the grand opening of your school, Chief Whitecap School. Enjoy the morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Minister Eyre. Our next speaker is Dallin Bear, and Dallin is the education counselor out at Whitecap First Nation, and we certainly want to welcome Dallin here today.
Well, good afternoon, boys and girls, our most important dignitaries here. Also want to welcome Minister Bronwyn Eyre, Minister of Education, our City Council, our Worship, Charlie Clark, and most notably as well as our members from Whitecap. It's not possible for us to move forward as a nation without our membership. And also with Councillor Eagle, Tribal Chief Felix Thomas, and Vice Tribal Chief Mark Arkan as well. And I see also as well FSIN Vice Chief Kim Jonathan. So just want to welcome everybody today. Unfortunately, Chief Darcy Bear couldn't make it. I'm sure everybody knows who Chief is. But today I'm speaking on behalf of our Chief. Just going to be touching base on a few things, and most importantly, the name of Chief Whitecap School. It was a vision that Chief Bear had in his council the past 4 or 5 years to get that name on Chief Whitecap, and we think that it's a big step into reconciliation and moving forward. We do have a really strong partnership with the city of Saskatoon. If you go downtown, you see the big statue of Chief Whitecap. You see the statue of John Lake. They're the founding fathers of the city. So it's really good to see that we have the Chief Whitecap School name being here today. The education partnership with Saskatoon Public Schools goes back to 1992 with George Rathwell and Chief Darcy Bear. We're all students of Saskatoon Public School. I have to also give a shout out to Dean Newton. He was my vice principal back at Bedford Road Collegiate, and now we're going across the country giving presentations on our partnership. It's a very unique partnership. It's one that's innovative. It's one that's it's very intelligent, and we're moving forward at a good progress. And we have a lot of other nations, a lot of other governments that are opening up their doors and finding ways that they can get to this level of education and partnership. I also want to thank our design team, Stephanie Danilick and Colin Scrapp, for the dirt wall. It's not a dirt wall, but it's called Do It Right this time. I think we're doing it right this time. If you walk into the foyer of the school, you see basically a timeline of the Dakota peoples, the peoples that have been here for thousands of years. It shows who we are and also gives everybody an education. I know I went to a school called James Alexander back in my elementary school days, like you kids. I never knew who James Alexander was. So now you guys can understand who Chief Whitecap is and find out the history of the school and who it's named after as well. And I just want to stress, not really stress, but just congratulate everybody on the brand new opening of the school. And this school, it doesn't come without hard work, and it took us a long time, but it's all about partnership and working together. And that's what we pride ourselves on, is opening our doors. We want to open our doors to every level of government, any business we can. We want to move forward with partnership, hand in hand as a community. We want to work together as one nation. So I want to thank everybody, and I want to give you guys the best wishes to your school year, and congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councillor Bear, for those words, and thank you for the great gift of the framed photo of the signing. That is a keepsake for us that we will cherish and put in a special spot in our school. Next, I'd like to welcome our Mayor, Mr. Charlie Clark, to bring remarks from the City of Saskatoon.
Thank you very much, Mr. Robertson. Mr. Robertson was the very first principal that I ever dealt with as a parent for my own kids going to school, and you're all in very good hands having Principal Robertson here as the principal for Chief Whitecap. Senator Littlecrow, thank you very much for opening us up in a good way today, and to the dancers and the drummers as well for helping to set the tone for this very exciting, very important event. And to all of the dignitaries, I know there's lots of people speaking, so I won't go through everybody that's here, but it's an impressive turnout of people from all levels of government, from the community, so many people who've been waiting and working towards this event for so long. And the one thing I will say is that we're on a journey as a city towards building a good society, building on the work that has come before us and the work that goes ahead. And I think, and I hear when I talk to anybody in the education system and anybody in the wider community, that it all starts with education. And it all starts with laying a foundation for our children. And this vision between Whitecap and between the public school system and between the community and the residents of Stonebridge and our councillor, Mayor Lowen, to have this school here that brings together all parts of our community. And as we see our city have more and more people moving from all over the world to build a good life here, and more people from the First Nations and Métis community moving to Saskatoon to build a good life here, I'm so proud to be mayor of this city and to see this vision coming to reality, because I am so looking forward to having a chance to see where all these kids go and what they take from this experience of being students at this school, where we bring communities together to learn with one another and to build relationships and to become leaders together. And it's a very exciting model, and it only happens because people have the idea and then they work together to make it happen. So congratulations to everybody who has made this happen. It's going to be wonderful to see the life of this school unfold, and thank you for giving me a chance on behalf of my colleagues from council to present with all of you today.
Thank you, Mayor Clark, for those remarks. We would next like to call upon our board chair, Ray Morrison, to bring greetings and remarks from the Saskatoon Public School Board.
Morning, everyone. The minister stole my shtick. I usually get the kids to make a bunch of noise, so I won't do it again. I am very, very proud to say, finally, welcome to Chief Whitecap School. I'd like to acknowledge the fact that, in particular in this school, that we are here on Treaty 6 territory and the traditional homeland of the Métis. And that's very, very important to all of us. I'm pleased to be here on behalf of the Board of Education for Saskatoon Public Schools, and I saw a couple of my peers over here, Suzanne Zwarich and Holly Kelleher, and Ross was introduced. There may be somebody else hiding in the crowd, but I'm not sure. I always miss somebody, so I'll hear about it later. While we are opening 4 new schools this month, each one has its own distinct character. Chief Whitecap School is the embodiment of community. Not only the bringing together the families of Stonebridge, but also representing our long-time partnership with Whitecap Dakota First Nation. I've been looking forward to this celebration because I know that this opening, opening this incredible learning space means much to this community. When choosing the names of 4 new schools, and I have to tell you, it's not easy. We could have named this school Stonebridge School, but that's kind of in my mind, a bit of a so what. So we could have made those expected and easy choices, but as a board, all of the trustees, and Ministerial was on the board at the time, we agreed this was a chance to set a tone for the students walking through the doors of these new schools. We wanted names that demonstrated our students' values: respect, excellence, joy, and responsibility. As one of the co-founders of this city, Chief Whitecap understood alliance and the benefit it could bring to all of our people. This recognition of Chief Whitecap is a long time coming, and it's fitting that this new school is located just a neighborhood away from the school named after the other co-founder of Saskatoon, John Lake. It's already been mentioned that this school also represents our school division's alliance with Whitecap Dakota First Nation. Our joint belief in lifting up all learners has led us to deepening our partnership over the years. The evidence of that partnership is visible on the walls of this school and in the lessons our students will learn as they make their way through the school. Thank you to the Chief and Council and for the people of Whitecap, Dakota for being incredible advocates for your youth and our youth. In closing, I'd like to thank the provincial government and the federal government for supporting this community with this new school. We are grateful to the Joint Use Mutual Partnership's incredible professionalism and attention to detail in building this great building. I'd also like to thank the City of Saskatoon and Greater Saskatoon Catholic Schools for working with us in the spirit of cooperation. And last but not least, thank you to the school division staff for making this dream a reality today. For the students here, we started talking about this school before any of you were born. That's how long it's been. So it's great to be here today. To the students at Chief Whitecap School, this place, I hope, will provide you with friendships, life lessons, and fun. And I hope you will be inspired to create and explore in your learning journey here at Chief Whitecap School. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Ray. I would next like to call up the Regional Director of the Indigenous and Northern Affairs Canada, Representative, Mr. Rob Harvey.
Good morning, everybody. I'd like to say good morning, especially to the students, acknowledge the teachers. I'd like to recognize all the dignitaries, the leadership from Whitecap, Dakota, the Tribal Council, FSIN, the province, the city, and all the dignitaries here today. I'd like to thank Senator for the blessing to get us off on the right start and the drum group. Very thankful to be here today, thankful for the invite to participate at today's event. I will try and keep it brief as I was asked, but the Minister Philpott has asked me, she wasn't able to attend today, has asked me to share a statement with the students and the teachers and all participating today, and I'd just like to quickly read it for you all. Congratulations to Whitecap Dakota First Nation, the province of Saskatchewan, the city of Saskatoon, the staff, and the students on the grand opening of Chief Whitecap School. Partnerships like this one between Whitecap Dakota First Nation, the Saskatoon Public Schools provided tremendous support to students at this critical stage of their education. We all know that We all know that the key component of effective learning is culturally appropriate and welcoming environment. This state-of-the-art facility is just that, a place where students will receive high-quality education that incorporates both traditional and modern teaching. As part of the Government of Canada's commitment to a renewed relationship with Indigenous people, we have been taking steps to establish new partnerships with First Nations on education, a priority we all share and one that the government is committed to. We are focused on closing gaps in the education outcomes of First Nation children living on reserve. By doing so, this will provide quality life and contribute to stronger communities. To the staff of the Chief Whitecap School, the responsibility of nurturing these eager young minds is in your capable hands. Working in this world-class facility, your task now becomes that much more exciting and fulfilling as teachers and administrators. To the students, you are the fortunate first group to continue your educational journeys in this amazing school, one that has shared open minds, expose you to new information and experiences, and prepare you for what will be the most exciting time of your young lives so far. Again, congratulations to Whitecap Dakota First Nation as we celebrate the opening of this wonderful new facility, and all the best to the staff and students, and enjoy a productive, inspiring school year on behalf of Honorable Jane Philpott, the Minister of Indigenous Services. So, and just from the regional perspective, what a wonderful school, beautiful facility. Enjoy and have a great year.
Okay, thank you, audience, for being very patient. I know some of our young people are trying their best and are really focusing on looking at the speaker, and we'll keep rolling here and keep our program on track. I do want to thank Rob for coming up and bringing greetings. That's wonderful, and I would now ask our Director of Education, Barry McDougall, to come up and bring greetings and some remarks on behalf of Saskatoon Public Schools.
Good morning, everybody. It's wonderful to be here with you for the celebration of Chief Whitecap school opening. I'd like to thank our Senator for getting us started in a good way, and to also thank Donnie Spidell and the Buffalo Boys, the drum group, for what they've done and what they're going to do over the course of the day. These kinds of things happen because of strong relationships, and George Rathwell and Avon Whittles have been acknowledged, but I do just want to say that something like this has taken a long time to come to fruition, and we're really fortunate that we've had folks that have focused on relationships and making the right things happen for our community. I'm extremely proud to be here as the Director of Education for Saskatoon Public Schools. There are hundreds of people that have been involved in bringing this to this point, and I'm going to take a moment to thank as many of them as I can. Thank you to the provincial government, in particular our colleagues in the Ministry of Education, for not only initiating the school build, but rethinking the way we design schools. These are intelligent and sensitive designs that we're inhabiting at this time. We've appreciated the opportunity to provide insight and shape these schools to meet the needs of 21st century learners. Thank you to the Joint Use Mutual Partnership for completing work on this innovative facility on time. Innumerable pairs of hands built this school from the ground up, and it will serve this community well for decades. Thank you to our Board of Education. Our trustees spent countless hours lobbying for this school, examining numbers and discussing the possibilities. Thank you for your vision and good work. Thank you to the Whitecap Dakota First Nation for being a true partner and collaborator for more than 20 years. This building is the tangible result of our collective work and will support all the students who come here. Thank you to our division staff, from facilities, purchasing, IT departments, to our teacher librarians and our superintendents of education, coordinators, consultants. Building a new school requires a complete team effort, and you all rose to the occasion together. Thank you to Principal Harold Robertson, Vice Principal Chantel Balicki, and the Chief Whitecap School staff who built the school community long before the building opened. You should be proud of everything you've achieved so far, and it's really just the beginning. I'd also like to say thank you to the principals from Alvin Buckwell, Hugh Cairns, John Lake, Prince Philip, and Charles Red Hawk schools, who supported Stonebridge and Whitecap students and families until the new school opened. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to thank the students and families of this school, Chief Whitecap School. Thank you for your patience as we worked to bring the school to the community, and we've appreciated your input and enthusiasm through this journey, and we will hope it will continue long into the future. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Barry, for those kind words. We have one more speaker and then a couple of events that we are going to invite some students to be part of. And then one little performance, kind of an honor song that we'll do at the end, and then we will just do some final thank yous. So I just want to give you a heads up of where we're at in the program, folks, and thank you for being patient. Our final speaker today is an important member of our community, and she's our school community council treasurer, and worked very hard on our playground committee as co-chair of our playground committee and as a parent in our school. So I'd like to invite up Lindsay Glubus to bring a few words. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome to our special guests, Principal Robertson, Vice Principal Mrs. Balicki, where are you? There you are. Teachers, students, parents, and other guests. My name is Lindsay Glubus. I am treasurer of the Parent Council and also a member of the Playground Fundraising Committee. It's an honor to be here today to celebrate the grand opening of this amazing facility. Our community has been anticipating this day for a very long time. I speak on behalf of many parents when I say that I am excited about the new school. I look forward to seeing how this modern facility and educational learning space will foster the learning experiences of our children, provide greater opportunities in education, and support a diverse cultural community. Stonebridge is a very large, diverse community, and I can see that just by looking around at all the kids in this room today. The cultural diversity is also supported and strengthened by the partnership with Whitecap Dakota First Nation. Having a school right in our neighborhood is important as it's a gathering place for all people in the community. I look forward to many school and community events that we'll be having here in the future. The Playground Committee hosted a successful barbecue in August, and we'll be having many more of those types of fundraising events in the upcoming school year. As a member of the Parent Council, I also look forward to working with the teachers and supporting their education initiatives and volunteering at various school events. I encourage all parents to do the same wherever they can. Events like today and the past barbecue provide opportunities for parents, students, teachers, and others in the community to build friendships and long-lasting relationships that create a positive school environment for our kids. I encourage you to look around and introduce yourself to someone new today. Today is a very special day, marking the grand opening of this beautiful new facility and building a strong and supportive community. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the celebrations.
Thank you, Lindsay, for those kind words. We have two events about to take place here, and we'd like to call up Hallie and Rain. Please, if you could join us up front here. I think they're coming up. One of the things that we have is a commemorative plaque, and all the P3 schools were presented with a plaque, and we're going to unveil our plaque and invite Minister Eyre to come and join us, please. And we'll coordinate this perhaps with our photographers so that we can do this perhaps at the count of 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Minister Air, don't go too far. We'd like to call up Ryder Buffalo and Samara and Marcy, please, to join us up front for our ribbon cutting.
Get those out of sight.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to our students, and thank you to our, those scissors, we probably should have had them sharpened up a little bit, but they were able to get the job done, so thank you for everybody for being here. We would like everybody in just a moment to stand for an honor song and our victory song in just a moment, and then I will close with just a few final words and give us some direction on the next part of our day. If you would please stand for our honor and victory songs. You can be seated, folks, please. I just would like to close with a couple of final instructions, and many people have been acknowledged today. And I certainly hope we haven't forgot anybody. I just want to highlight one more, and that's Lindy Dick. Lindy Dick has been our facilities go-to person. Lindy, are you here? Can you give a little wave there? Lindy has worked tirelessly on behalf of all 4 schools, worked closely with the principals and superintendents. We're sure happy that she was here to join us today. A thank you once again to the Elk Whistle Drum Group. Thank you, gentlemen, for your work, to our dancers, to our staff. And I think Mr. McDougall addressed some of that, the work that goes into this. I'm proud to be the principal here. And there's great kids, great families, and a wonderful staff that makes this place tick. And to all of you, we stay late, we come early, we're getting things done, and I'm just so proud to be working with each and every one of you to call us a team as we move things forward here. This is on YouTube for people who are at home. Hello, YouTube. And you'll have a chance to watch this as many times as you like. And that's kind of neat. So if you are up here, or maybe you'll see the back of your head. But we do want to remind people of that they can view this anytime. For our staff, some quick instructions around the barbecue. And kids, this is important too. We want to thank the Whitecap Dakota First Nation for sponsoring our free lunch. We're gonna head out these doors very shortly and make our way around, I believe, to get our jackets, teachers, back into the wings A and B to grab our jackets, blankets. Parents that are here, we'll ask you to meet us out on the southwest field behind the fence, and you'll grab a hamburger and make your way. It is raining now, hard. We're going to start with a walkthrough to get your jacket, and we'll make a call whether we're on plan A or plan B, but right now plan A is we're heading outside. Stay tuned, just pause, teachers, when you get back to your classroom. To our honored guests, thank you for being here. If I could invite you back to the green room, the culture room, we'll close with that and have people make their way. Thank you everyone for coming, we appreciate it. Great day, historic day for Chief Whitecap School. Thank you.